Hello everyone, we're still making cookies over here. My next batch is going to be what I call black and whites. In Long Island, that's what they're called, is black and whites. In upstate New York, they're called half moons. I can't show you from start to finish because obviously these have to cool and I have to frost them with chocolate and white frosting. But I'm going to show you the cookie batter now. So there'll be half moon part 1 and then there'll be half moon part 2 when I frost them. So let's get right into it. It has a cup of sour cream. That's the first thing. I got this recipe. Now you're going to watch me do something very boring. It needs, let me make sure, 3/4 of a cup of Crisco. So I've showed you before that this has a 3/4 line. So the first thing you do is set it to that. And then I come over here and get this big tub of Crisco. And we start filling. So this recipe I got from a woman. My daughter she had a friend through high school and a boyfriend, actually her first boyfriend, his mom, Karen. This was her recipe and we had her cookies for Christmas one year and I said, Karen, can I have that recipe? And she gave it to me. So I just mentioned in my ginger snap recipe, I have an idea. I'm going to post cookie recipes on Facebook and I'm going to ask for people to give me their favorite, just one, favorite 3/4 of a cup of Crisco. Just their favorite tried and true recipe. 2 eggs. Wouldn't that be fun to do? And then if they can, if they can write or take a picture, screenshot of their favorite recipe, then it'll be like a cookie swap of recipes on Facebook. I think that sounds fun. I like it because, and maybe I'll ask for ones tried and true that don't have Crisco. I know. Because this one has Crisco. Almost every cookie recipe I realize I have has Crisco. Let me read the recipe, make sure I'm doing this right. So, as you know, I have this book and it's got everything. I typed it up. So I keep reading one page and then I'm on the wrong page. So let me just look. Cup of sour cream. This is 1 1/4 cups of sugar going in. And I know the vanilla. Teaspoon. So you know me. That's a teaspoon. A good teaspoon. And then mix that. That's your wet. So you got sour cream, Crisco, vanilla, sugar. We're going to whip that up pretty good so it gets fluffy. It's another scoop, drop-in scoop. It's an easy recipe. I use my bigger scooper for this because I want them to be $half size. We got 3 minutes to complete this video. The ginger snaps are almost done over there. So we're going to call that not whipped enough. You guys, this is a mess. I am trying to do this early in the morning, and I will do this early in the morning. I want to get all my doughs done, all the bases done, and then I'll frost and decorate when that's all done. So, we make delicious cookies, but we make a lot of Crisco cookies, and I never realized it until this year. Maybe because I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, so now I'm going to add the dry. And I see a big blob of sour cream did not go. Let's do it again. I don't like that. You really should whip up good. I don't need to scrape, there's nothing on this side. Okay, so now we're going to add the dry. And that is 2 1/4 cups of flour. That is not 2 1/4 cups of flour. That's not the right recipe. See what I mean? 3 cups of flour. I don't like doing this. I'm not happy with this. I am going to try something to see. So I tried to put 3 cups in here, but that looks like way more. It's almost up to the 4-cup line. So I'm going to do it my old-fashioned way. And I'm going to do it right out of my tub. And I'm going to dump that back in. I'm trying to do ahead for the video, but that doesn't look right to me. 1. Am I reading the right recipe? Yep, 3 cups of flour. 2. I probably put the other recipe's flour in that white measuring cup. 3 cups of flour. And that other flour, I'll show you. So I have the book open Can you see it? No, you can't see anything but me. I have the book opened right here. And I've got 1 recipe, 2 recipes, and that's the problem. So I'm gonna dump this back in my flour bin. Now let me read the right recipe. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking sugar. Okay, I have a mess here. I'm gonna clean that up first. So 1/2 teaspoon salt. Look at me measure. Oop, don't look at me at all. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then the 1 teaspoon baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we're gonna whip her up and drop her by spoonfuls, and I'll tell you the temperature, and I'll tell you the time, and we'll see. And I'll show you when that's done. There's baking soda, baking powder. Mix. Looking good around here. It smells like a bakery. Picking up a 4-year-old this morning. He's gonna help me decorate. So guys, how do you watch these things? For real, how? This dough is foolproof, delish. Down 21 seconds. And dough is done. So, we'll be back. Okay guys, this is the creamy, delicious Half Moon recipe that we just made over there. But before we started, I wanted to show you the perfect ginger snap. So the bottoms come out delicious. They're pillowy. They're still chewy. Like I said, if you wanted them to be snappy, crunchy, leave them a little bit longer. This goes 375 for 10 minutes, and I'm using the big scoop because I want them to be good sized, and I don't have to make a meatball out of them. I just have to drop, and you'll see them when they're done. And you frost the flat side, but we'll do that too in a separate video. So I will be back. So I'm filling this cookie sheet, 10 minutes, and I'll be back. All right, you guys, the first batch of Half Moons, or black and whites as I call them, are just about ready. I'm going to pull these out, put the next, well, I have a few more trays. I'm going to pull them out, take them out, put the next trays in, and then I'm going to make the frosting. So we'll see how they look. I'll show you. They don't spread out. They're perfect. And I'm going to put, I might as well put this tray in to get it out of the way. So you have to let them cool on the cookie sheet just a couple of minutes. And then what happens is I'm going to move them to the cooling rack. While the cooling rack is happening and the other ones are done, wait a minute, let me just stop this and restart it so I don't mess it up. 10 minutes, 375, and they come out like fluffy, delicious pillows. Like I said, they have to be completely cool. The flat side is what we're frosting. So I'm going to make the frosting next. You're going to see how I do the frosting while these are cooling and the others are cooking. So bear with me. I'm going to be honest, this cookie baking stuff for the camera is probably my least favorite thing I've ever videoed. We are now making the frosting for the Half Moons black and whites cookies. Simple. Nothing in there. This time I used this. It is a 4-cupper. 4 cups of powdered sugar. So the idea of this frosting, and it works perfect, it really does. A teaspoon of vanilla. And you start with just a splash of cold milk. The idea of this is, let's start with that, but I'm not turning that sucker on until you know what. Get ready. How many times have we showed this now? You put the towel over, you don't wear the powdered sugar. Keep the milk close by because you might need more. The idea of this is, when all of those cookies are cool, you frost all of them with vanilla. This frosting. Leaving the half of it that's still left, because this makes a lot of frosting. Then you add in, let me read it, a 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder to the other half of the vanilla. That makes your chocolate side. Then you frost those cookies other half with the chocolate. Does that make sense? So you know what a half moon looks like. They call them in Fulton County. We call them black and whites in Long Island. These are littler ones, but they're still a pretty good substantial size cookie. They're delicious. The cookie recipe is perfect. The frosting recipe is perfect. I'm going to look at it right now. It's totally way too dry. So I'm going to add in more milk. And I'm going to go get my good spatula to scrape down. Not much milk, because you know how this goes. It just says till desired consistency, and I'm not desiring it. I had to get my like 25-year-old pampered chef spatulas are my favorite. Nope. So I'm going to just turn it off, scrape it down. It's still dry. Not enough milk yet. So it's just milk, vanilla, and powdered sugar. There's no science. But start with small amounts because you can always add. But what happens is if it gets too runny, then you add more powdered sugar. If it's too dry, you add more milk. So the idea is to shut your mouth and watch, which is something I'm not doing. So now I'm going to shut my mouth and watch for a second. I don't know how many tablespoons, and the recipe doesn't tell you. It's still too thick, I can tell. It has to be kind of a thin. If you've had the cookies, you know what I mean. Now, let me let it, okay. Now I'm going to let it do its thing. I want to see what it's done when I'm done whipping it. I like this consistency. I'm going to take you out of this stand for a minute. Where the heck's the camera? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you see this at all? First of all, it would be good if I knew where the camera was on the phone. It is, who knows where it is? You're seeing me. So, this isn't working out. Maybe that works, I don't know. It's dark, but this is the consistency you're looking for, is runny. And I hope you can see that. I'll be back. Good morning again. I'm over here now. I'm going to try to show you one frosted half moon. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing it yet, but I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to be done with half moons for today until you see a finished platter. Here is my cookie. So there's your pillowy side. Here's your flat side. This is not 100% cool, so I'm hoping it'll work for you. So you would take, normally, you just do half the vanilla, and then I made a tiny bit, because I'm not ready to make chocolate. You do the other half chocolate. I don't know if you can see a thing I'm doing. The idea is, this is kind of a half moon. That's very messy. And there you have a half a moon. So I'm going to put them on this rack right here. And they, I don't know, you can't see anything. Just a second. And the other batch is done. So, on this rack, I could show you that way. That is a half moon, and that's how they come out, and I let that dry. There's one, and they're done. So, I'm going to make platters of these. Here's the ginger snaps, right there. And then all my baking items and all my cooking. The kitchen is a wreck, and I'm not done. Thanks, guys.